A new challenger to Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, why this candidate believes he's a better and smarter choice for Texas. And a Central Texas Republican shot during baseball practice in Virginia, what he's saying to Democrats as he recovers. 7 U.S. Navy sailors killed after their ship slams into a cargo vessel. What we now know about that crash. Well, good morning, and thanks for watching KVUE Weekend Daybreak. I'm Jason Puckett in this morning for Jenny Lee. And for your dads out there, happy Father's Day this Sunday. It's about 8 o'clock this morning. Let's jump right into it, get a check on the weather with KVUE weather storm team meteorologist Nathan Gogo joining us with what we're tracking. Yeah, Jason, setting up to be another hot day across Central Texas. Yesterday was the first day we officially hit 100 degrees in 2017, and today could be number 2. We'll be right around the 100-degree mark by about 4 or 5 o'clock. 80 degrees already at Bergstrom, 79 in Camp Mabry. Yeah, we got that sticky feel still out there, and that's going to be with us all day for today. 77 in Kingsland, Marble Falls, good morning, 76. 79 in Austin, Driftwood coming in at 77. Luling, Lockhart, and down in Caldwell County, anywhere from the mid to upper 70s to start. So we'll climb into the upper 90s near 100 degrees with a lot of sunshine, some clouds to start. So mostly cloudy skies out there now. We'll see a lot of blue skies as you head towards lunchtime and afterwards, and that will really be kind of the catalyst for warming us up big time for today. A couple stray showers possible for next week, however, and lower humidity, so some good things to talk about. It'll still be hot, but feeling a little bit better for next week. We'll talk about that in full weather in a few minutes, Jason. All right, thanks, Nathan. There is a new candidate for Texas Lieutenant Governor. Yesterday afternoon, Democrat Mike Collier officially announced his bid for the position in Round Rock. A large crowd of supporters were at the Sharon Preet Main Street Plaza to hear his plan to take on Dan Patrick in 2018. He told the crowd they need a lieutenant governor that will bring Texas together, not apart. Now, he criticized Patrick on his priorities this legislative session, like the so-called bathroom bill. He says if he wins the race, he's going to focus on fixing Texas' economy and school funding.
We're very different in terms of public education. I'm pro-public education. I'm pro-teacher and retired teacher, and he's not. And we're very different points of view in terms of tax policy. I attribute high property taxes to the Republican fiscal policies. I'll show that on the campaign trail.
When you look at what he stands for, you'll see that he's trying to do good for everyone, not just for certain interest groups.
Collier, a longtime accountant at PricewaterhouseCoopers in the Houston area, was the Democratic nominee for comptroller in 2014. He lost to Glenn Hager, but he says his experience running in a statewide race will help him in this election cycle. Congressman Roger Williams is opening up now more about the Alexandria shooting just days after the incident.
I was hitting ground balls on the third base side to our third baseman, Trent Kelly, and little did I know at that time that the perpetrator was probably 20 yards behind me.
Authorities say a gunman opened fire on Republican lawmakers practicing for that congressional baseball game. 5 people were hurt, including Williams aide Zach Barth and House Majority Whip Steve Scalise. Williams hurt his ankle while running for cover.
Finally, it all ended, and they said, get up, come on out here, and none of us were willing to get up because we didn't know who was telling us that.
The congressman says he and his family are thankful for the police officers who responded to the shooting. Barth is recovering with family. He's expected to be okay. Meanwhile, medical staff upgraded Scalise from critical to serious condition yesterday. Williams is expected to speak in Austin tomorrow. Well, a sad ending to the search for 7 missing sailors. Now the search and rescue mission shifts gears to a hunt for what went wrong. ABC's Matt Gutman has the latest on the investigation.
This morning, the Navy revealing that hellish collision nearly sank the USS Fitzgerald. The damage you see to the ship's mangled midsection, relatively minimal in comparison to what happened beneath the waterline.
So the water flow was tremendous, and so there wasn't a lot of time in those spaces that were open to the sea. And as you can see now, the ship is still listing.
The collision with the 30,000-ton ACX Crystal Friday night in one of the world's busiest shipping lanes got the 500-foot-long destroyer's middle compartments, the container ship's bulbous bow plowing right into the living quarters. 3
compartments were severely damaged, 1 machinery room, and 2 berthing areas. Berthing areas for 116 of the crew, and also the ship's skipper's cabin as well.
The skipper, the ship's commander, survived but had to be medevaced along with 2 others. The Navy says there were other injuries which were treated on board. And this morning, the Navy is calling off the search and rescue. Divers went through the sealed-off sections of the ship, locating the remains of all 7 missing sailors. That as a now unexplained twist arises. Multiple maritime trackers show the ACX Crystal cargo ship completing a giant U-turn just minutes before colliding with the U.S. naval vessel. The parent company of ACX has not yet responded to ABC News requests for comment. But the Navy is vowing multiple investigations.
Under my authority, we will launch a JAGMAN investigation into this collision. I will appoint a flag officer to lead that investigation, and there will also be a safety investigation.
The multiple Navy and civilian investigations will likely examine why that container ship hooked that seemingly abrupt U-turn. More importantly, for the Navy at least, why the Fitzgerald, with its sophisticated radar, didn't see it coming. The Navy said it will appoint an admiral-level officer to lead the investigation. Matt Gutman, ABC News, Los Angeles.
This morning, Austin police still searching for a group of people who are accused of stabbing a man in South Austin yesterday. That happened just before noon at Blund Creek Apartments near the Walmart on East Benwhite Boulevard. Austin Travis County EMS rushed one male victim to St. David South Austin Medical Center with serious injuries. And now officers are looking for 4 Hispanic males in their 20s. We're told they may be driving a black SUV. Police still trying to figure out what led to that stabbing. Well, Johnson High School alum and other supporters now upset over AISD's decision to move the Liberal Arts and Science Academy to East Austin. That's just one of the ideas being considered for a bond proposal expected to go before voters in November. Residents are upset, though, saying the school district is out of touch with their community, and bringing LASA, that has a student body of mostly white upper-class students, to East Austin is pretty much gentrification.
Now Johnson High School, the pride of the East Side, is being taken away as well.
And moving these children to the other side of town and bringing in talented magnet programs that our children can't even qualify for because they're academically not educated for that is wrong.
Now, this is not a solid decision yet. The AISD board will be making a decision tomorrow on how much money they want to ask taxpayers for this November in that bond proposal. Well, a warning from the city of Buda this morning after a dead bat was found on Cullen Boulevard east of I-35. The Department of State Health Services says the bat was untestable for rabies due to decomposition, but just to be safe, they are treating it as a positive rabies case. So if you or anyone you know may have come into contact with that bat, contact City of Buda Animal Control, the number for which is on your screen at the bottom right there. Well, a Central Texas community is putting their strength to the test, all for a good cause. Dozens of people competing in the Special Olympics Texas Fire Truck Pull fundraiser in Round Rock yesterday. Look at that. Teams like the Round Rock Fire and Police Departments attempting to haul a 55,000-pound fire engine 75 feet in the fastest time. And for some of the participants, the event actually had personal meaning.
My daughter is actually going to be going to the national games in Seattle in 2018, and so it's a bit of that personal connection for me to help try and raise some money for the group that is also going to be going up there with her.
Organizers say they raised nearly $10,000, which is going to help thousands of Special Olympics athletes in Central Texas, and they're still taking donations. If you're interested, just visit the links section on KVUE.com for more information. Well,